Already know this is 99.3 Nigeria Info. Call me Overdose, the man with a plan, the one God chose on your airwaves. And because of this wonderful lady, yes, the thing is doing me somehow. I don't know, it's just touching me. I'm saying no, don't touch me, like it's still touching me. It's doing all over my body. Oh my God. I hope you know who I'm talking about. But if you don't know, this lady is a star. When I say a star, I'm talking about the word STAR. Yes, she has really done it, especially in her profession. And you know, when it's Femi and the Gang time, we always bring sports people. We don't bring people from, maybe from entertainment and of course from other industries who love sports. But then when you talk about the core sportsmen, the sportsmen and women, yes, this lady is one who does it. That's why my body all over. Oh my God. I wanna wake up by your side. Anyways, welcome on board. This is how we roll right here on Game On. And you already know it's a singular Thursday edition. I don't know why Ufoma Eguavoen is pointing at me. Ufoma, what's the problem? What's the problem? I don't understand. You say what? I've overthrown you. Go and rest. You need rest. Go and rest. Go and rest. You need it. But anyways,
Come on, enjoy something we didn't enjoy.
Sorry.
When he went to Asaba to cover the African Athletics Championships, we were not there with you, for
We're not there.
Then you saw it's a Brume. Let us see her now, please.
Why did you?
Nine calls this thing. Nine calls. No vex. No vex. No vex.
I wanted to put the fans in suspense.
No vex.
Chuma, why did you fall into temptation? Why did you fall into temptation?
Oh, God.
Anyways, it's all good. It's all nice. Of course, Chuma Nali has let the cat out of the bag, but again, that will not stop me from introducing her properly. Yes, this woman is a woman who has done well in long jump. When you talk about jumping, she knows how to jump, and I'm sure before the end of today she will give me some jumping skills, because there are some hurdles I want to jump this 2022. There are some things that are causing obstruction. I want to jump over them so that I can move forward. We are just in April is just around the corner, so before December maybe I'll have jumped over so many of them. But anyways, it's a pleasure right here on, of course, this dial 99.3 Nigeria Info to bring on board Brume. Of course, you already know she is a long jump bronze medalist. That was at the just concluded Tokyo 2020 Olympic Games. Yeah, she won bronze medal. One of those to win medals. That's why when I say my body is doing me, you know what I'm talking about. I'm not just kidding. Yes, she's a wonderful lady at 26-year-old. Commonwealth gold in 2014 in Glasgow. And need I mention the World Championship bronze in Doha 2019. In fact, when you open a trophy cabinet, all you be seeing is trophy. I'm not talking about the other one. No, not the one you. Yeah, no. Anyways, that's it, bro. Good to have you. How you doing today?
Thank you. I'm doing great.
Oh, see voice. Oh, no. Please, I want to take that again. How you doing today? That's talk to me again.
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Anyway, she's doing good, and she's not the only one here. She has a coach right here.
She's with an amazing person.
Yeah, talking about.
One of those is the coach whose name reminds me of Novak Djokovic, because we call Djokovic Djuko Noel sometimes, really, and it's Coach Yaya Kayode Noel. It's not Nole, right?
Noel.
Yeah.
N-O-E-L.
Exactly. And then to ensure that it's pronounced right.
N-O-E-L.
So my pronunciation is not null and void, Abby.
Okay. Not entirely.
I see what you did there.
Great to have you here with us. And also over those, best time to say hi to Coach Chima Oswago, who is a senior coach of athletics in Nigeria. Coach, good to see you. Fantastic stuff. I want to be sure that every microphone is turned on so we can hear you as well as we should. You can say hi again.
Thank you for having
me. I think Tony's going to switch, because that one seems to have a challenge. Yeah, so we'll just swap places so we can hear you well enough. Coach Chima Oswago, good to have you here too. Overdose.
Yeah, of course, you already know the men that are in the building. But then, let me welcome Chuma Nnoli to the show officially.
Yes,
how you doing, Chuma?
I do, my brother, man.
Yeah.
Let's get some tips. I'm not sure we're too old to start winning medals for Nigeria.
No,
Who knows? We could get inspired after now.
Leave that one. Yeah,
bro, is it too late?
Yeah, it's too late.
Bro, can win in draft, Ludo.
It's too late.
We can win in Ludo now.
It's too late. Anyways, yes, Brume is in the building, and of course, this was made possible by Chuma Nnoli. Yes, indeed, pulling the right buttons. That's why when I say Chuma is the man, you people think I'm lying.
It's our friend. It's our friend Esther who did the great job. I'll tell about Esther later.
Okay. okay. Esther, that doesn't like siesta. Okay.
My brother, because of how we're enjoying this fiesta.
Oh shit! All right, so Brume, good to have you once again. How's it been? Since I know you took part in, I think the recent event, the World Championships.
Yeah, the World
Indoor Athletics. How's that? How's that for you?
Amazing. I'm super excited.
Super excited. But again, for those listening, what made you fall in love with athletics? Why long jump especially? Like why? I mean, because Brume, we hear that name, but what was the passion?
It's something I fell in love with right from the very day I tried it.
Okay.
It felt so easy.
That was in school?
Yes,
Oh,
I was
okay.
still in high school then.
Okay.
Yes, I was still in high school. It felt so easy, and it's something that, when you call me at any time, I could actually do, and it was very easy for me to, learn it. Yeah.
Interesting. So from there, you just, picked up anything. Okay, Chuma.
Yeah, but those, it's important we ask these kind of questions sometimes because there are young persons who are listening to the broadcast and are saying,
exactly,
how did she get into it? Today we're celebrating her as an Olympic medalist. We're celebrating her as somebody who's achieved so much for Nigeria beyond her family too. So what drove you into it? Yeah, you enjoyed it from the start and all of that. What pushed you into saying, okay, let me even try running? Was it a coach? Was it what you saw at home? Because I know your younger brother too, of course, is a record breaker in his own right at the junior level in the 100 meters and all that. So is it that your family had athletics in your blood from the start or something?
My mom was an athlete.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, when she was young. And
Interesting.
also she did the handball.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
she retired with the handball.
Hmm.
Yeah.
And you decided to take leg walk.
Yes.
So, for those of the fans listening that really know Brume, when did you know that, in fact, this was what you wanted to do? Like, you fell in love with it, but when did you decide that, okay, this is what I want to do full time? I want to be an athlete. I want to go into this field.
That was in 2012, after the National Sports Festival.
Okay.
Yeah. So my coaches have been pushing me, Mr. Kayode, and Coach Ima.
They've been pushing you to greater heights. Wow.
But I wasn't all that serious, But after the National Sports Festival in 2012, my eyes became open, and I was like, okay, let me see what I can achieve, how far I could go, and that was how I started.
So it was Lagos that opened her eyes because it's Lagos that hosted that National Sports Festival in 2012, which is beautiful to hear. And overdose, this is a thing of joy because many times when we talk about the National Sports Festival, questions arise. Is it genuinely churning out talent for Nigeria that go on to win things at the highest level?
Exactly.
And her story has just come through to show that, okay, after all said and done, the National Sports Festival is not a waste in quotes. At least there are people who can come through. But what did it feel like the first time you were picked to represent Nigeria? Because after that, of course, I'm sure. How did you perform in that sports festival first off? How did you perform? Were you in the final? Were you knocked out earlier?
I won gold. Come on.
No, I had to ask. I had to ask, and in a bit we'll come to Coach Kayode and Coach Chima too, because we would love to know how they knew AC was the real deal. So you won gold, and at that stage it was glaring. This lady will be picked to represent Nigeria.
Yeah.
Yes.
When was the first time you traveled out of the country to represent Nigeria? Can you remember?
Yes, of course.
Okay. When was that?
That was 2013.
Okay. Yeah.
That was in Mauritius.
Was it the African Championships?
No, the African Junior.
Okay. Yeah. Because
Interesting.
it was very young that time. For somebody who was born in 96, if you say to 2013, she was just 19 years, just around that, still a teenager at that moment of those.
Yeah, she was a teenager. And of course, the 2013 African Junior, she won the long jump title and silver in the triple jump. So now I'm thinking long jump, triple jump. Which is your comfort zone? Or are two of them really like pick and go for you?
Long jump.
Okay.
Yeah, the triple jump, the high jump, the sprints, they are all to prepare me
Okay.
for the long jump.
For the long jump.
Yes.
Okay. So long jump is like the main one of them all. Interesting.
But those, just to let the listener know that we're streaming live on Facebook, so you can watch the presentation from any part of the world. Just go over to Nigeria Info 99.3, and you can watch live what's happening in the studio. Tony is also here, just quiet, watching us and saying, no worry, my questions they come for you. My questions they come for you. So just check out facebook.com, Nigeria Info space 99.3, and you can watch live. You can see his face. A very pretty lady beyond her prowess on the track.
From Ugeli in Delta State.
Somebody will say
I should add that.
Yes.
Delta.
Delta and the guy last. Last. Coach Kayode, let me come to you briefly before Bado returns to SA. When did you spot this talent, Coach?
I spotted her when I spotted her in the sense that I went to a city, Ugeli, and then I was doing, I just went to the stadium straight away, and then I saw a lot of them, and they were working with me back home. See, that day it was a lot of them following me and all of that. So I had a huge company of them. So everyone left. Actually, it was remaining Essie. So she was just talking. She made me walk her whole distance.
Wow.
Yeah, because she was just telling me all the stories, and I was asking her questions, and she was telling me all of that. So the only thing I told her after all the many talk, that you really want to do this, you got to keep focused, you got to prepare your mind, and you got to try to get to a place where you can do this, meaning that she needs to get admission to University of Benin, because that's where Ian Kushima coaches. So along the way, I thought I'd forgotten her. And then, boom, she appeared at University of Benin. And I was like, but prior to that, she's been calling me, but I would not recognize that she was the one calling me all the time. Amazing. Yes. So she calls me all the time. Then eventually, she came to University of Benin, and that's how we got started with her.
Amazing story, man. Wow. Persistence, pace.
I'm telling
Perseverance.
you.
If she has stopped calling him or something.
She didn't give up.
She did.
If she has stopped chasing you and say, Coach, I know who I am.
Me.
Coach, I know who I am. Give me a chance to prove my worth.
Remember me.
Today, now,
remember me, your kingdom. And of course, yes, he remembered. And that's why she's seated here. But again, the following year, after 2012, you went to Addis Ababa. That was 2013.
Yes.
And then 2015.
2015, I went to Addis.
Okay, and then you defended your title. I mean, how did that feel for you? Because I know that you're somebody who, because I follow your social media life, and I know that you're somebody who, when you wake up, it's all about God. Oh, thank you, God. Oh, God. But apart from that, how did it feel, retaining that title?
It was amazing for me because the previous competition, I actually broke the record, but they said it was wind aided. And then the next time I went, I broke the record again, and this time around it wasn't wind aided. So
they say it was wind aided, so you had to show them that even without the wind, you could still aid yourself. I'm telling you. But that's quite good. That's quite good. Of course, SA Brume in the building. For those of you who are listening to us, like Chuma said, you can watch us live on Facebook. I'll come to you, Coach Chima. What was it about SA? When did you first meet her? And what was it about her that caught your attention, first off?
Well, when I saw SA for the first time, I just saw a tiny figure, very, very fragile and looking. I actually saw her like somebody out there in the street who just like coming into the sports.
That needed guidance.
That needed guidance. She didn't have any special quality that one could actually look at and say, because of this, let me see what I can do with it. She just came, but, well, time, and with time, we were able to really get something out of her. But looking at her from that first point of view, there was nothing special about her, actually. But with time, the talent began to show off. And, what she has become of today was just a little from here, a little from there, has brought her to what she is today.
Interesting.
Amazing stuff over those. And Diesel, just to put it out there, Brume won Nigeria's first medal at the Olympic Games in Tokyo. It was Tokyo 2020, of course. It took place in 2021. Yeah. And she got Nigeria's first medal.
It's the Olympic final. They have been here before, but it's a new Olympic final. And now we have the Nigerian coming up for her first jump.
So Brume took 3 jumps to qualify to make it through to this final. She will have taken experience from those 3, no doubt, of the track or of the environment in this Olympic stadium.
Well, that could be another lead. So we've gone Spanovic 671, Mahambo 683, and now we've gone Brume just going a little bit further. Nice on the runway. Look at these pumping arms, those legs, those feet just right underneath in terms of posture, coming fast onto the board. And you've got to say that's the best on the board so far.
All right, so from her very first jump, even the commentators at the Olympics said,
That's the
this
best.
lady, there's something special. And the camera went to Coach Kayode.
Yeah.
You know,
With
after
the
that
white,
first
with the
jump.
white polo. But again, I have a question for Kayode and of course for SA. But I'll start with you. When she's on the runway, when she's about to jump and you're there, I mean, what's going through your mind at that point?
The first thing that comes to my mind, the first thing I look out for is the first push. When she takes the first push, that tells what's going to happen at the end of on the board, actually. So when she takes that first push and I see where the first foot lands, then she starts progressing in the running. At some point, probably about 10 meters to the board, you would, if you listen carefully, you hear me say, roll, roll, roll. So if she start rolling from that point, I just relax.
All right.
And I'm just waiting for the
All right,
distance.
we'll have to go pay the bills right now. When we return, more from this interview. Stay here. Nigeria Info. Welcome in case you just tuned in and locked on. It's 7:38 p.m. right here on the nation's number one for news, talk, and sports. Overdose, Okoroji Chidozie Jefta, alongside Chuma Nnoli. And of course, we have S.A. Brume in the building. Not forgetting, of course, Coach K. Yes, indeed. And Coach Chuma. Chima.
Yeah.
Yeah, Chima. Thank you.
We're brothers. So
Yeah.
Chuma is seated by Chima.
All right. So I asked Coach
And the
K.
one and only Anthony the Voice.
Yeah, sorry. The Voice. You know I love you.
He's behaving
Yeah.
like a gentleman of the press.
Yeah,
because his roommate
exactly.
is
Just
here.
he's being quiet.
If they say we're not to be here, the kind of ginger you'll be gingering in this studio.
Maybe I should even allow him ask one question. But, of course, you are eligible to ask, so you can feel his baritone voice. But again, I asked Coach K. You said the lift. That's what you watch out for, or the push, the first push.
So ultimately, that would tell to the extent how the execution is going to look like, because majorly is the execution from the first push. So when you see the first push, you already can tell what the execution is going to look like. Sometimes you just take that push out like, oh my God, this is not going to be good today. But when she takes it and I see the first push, I'll see the energy progressing. Then I know that the execution is right. And then, of course, I'll be expecting a big jump,
Expecting something huge. Yeah. But again, for you, SA, I noticed that when you want to jump, you're like, ah! Like you always, I mean, does that help? Like, like screaming and, just shouting and allowing the energy to come before going on that run.
Yes, no, that's the vibe.
The vibe. The vibe.
So it's like a tennis player, right? Because when those tennis players want to hit the racket too, it's just human, right? Coach,
Yes.
Coach, you who's coached all of these athletes, is there something about screaming as a sports person, really? Because it's a good question over those that just come through with knowing that, like I said, in tennis, sometimes people even joke about it and say some tennis stars, the noise they make before they hit the racket is too loud. Is there something about screaming for sports persons before they shine? Yeah.
Yeah, I would say every athlete has a way of motivating themselves. Some scream, like she said, that's the vibe. There are some scream to get the best out of themselves. So when you see some of these athletes scream, they are not just screaming because they want to scream. It has a kind of push, and it motivates them to put in their best and to do more.
It's a good point, really. It's about doing more, isn't it? By the way, go back to Facebook. You can watch us live, also on YouTube too. Just search for Nigeria Info 99.3 and you can see us say. You can drop your questions so on Facebook, myself over those, and Anthony will pick a few of those questions. We have our Twitter handle at Nigeria Info FM on Twitter. Drop your comment if you have for, say, Brume. I'm sure some people in this Nigeria where everybody find money. Before you know now, somebody ask a question, they say, so how much did you collect for winning now? Ask serious questions, please. On Facebook and on Twitter and also on WhatsApp to through some of those questions that is safe. But let's go to Tony now for something hopefully not political, according to Coach Kayode.
The voice.
Yeah, I mean, it's been such a fantastic time hearing from you, SA. I think that, generally we're not doing enough to celebrate you. You are a ray of sunshine. Giving so many things happening across our sporting sphere. But hey, the way you're consistent with your victories is amazing. But I've got some questions for you. That was two years back. Was it 2 years or 2021 in Chula Vista? You actually broke Chioma Ajunwa's long jump record. Last year, absolutely. I think it was 17 meters, if my memory serves me right. Chioma did 7.13 meters. I don't know, but I mean, were you intentional about breaking her record? I mean, given that she had done great things before you, many years before you even became professional, have you always said that, you know what, I am going to break the bar? You are yet to win a gold at the Olympics, but you've done bronze. But in terms of that personal best, tell me about that. And I also want to ask, how would you rate the kind of support you have received from the Athletics Federation of Nigeria. Have you, can you say that yes? Oh, they have really given me the right backing, you know? And this is also to the coaches. So I just do this once and I can move. The coaches, I also want to hear from you. How would you rate the support SA has received from the AFN? And what is or what are your personal goals for her? What is the holy grail, the apex? What is that thing that you're looking forward to, that this have got to be the height for her in her profession?
So who goes first?
Coach Kayode had predicted the future, right? From his own perspective. No, essay. I'm sorry. He already wrote an essay for you this time. So that record, because truly, like Tony just said, it was a 20-year-old record. Ironically, when Choma Ajunwa won Olympic gold in '96, that was the year you were born. Ironically. And years after, you come to set a record for yourself, breaking something that had lasted for about 2 decades. So, Tony, very solid question on that one, and I'm wondering how it felt. And like he said, was it intentional? Did you go out there saying, today for this live? Now for USA, where Choma doing for Atlanta, me I won't follow doing for USA for California.
So the thing is, for that competition, right in Chula Vista, first of all, I really wanted to break the African record. I've been aspiring to do that. But for Chula Vista, I wasn't expecting, all I was thinking was just to be able to, qualify for the Olympics. Why? Because I was actually injured and I wasn't fully recovered. I was still injured even at that competition, but yeah, I was still injured. So I just wanted to, get the standard for the Olympics. And, fortunately for me, I was able to make this standard. And then the next goal at that moment, I was like, okay, coach was like, okay, SA, you can do a 7. Let's try to get a 7. That's the target for now, right now. The table has changed, everything has turned. So now you just have to, try to go over 7 meters. And that was it. It just came at the last jump, and I'm like, oh, Jesus. We couldn't say anything. We just knelt down and, we started singing and praising God. It was wow.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
and perhaps the coaches may want to respond to. I would expand it to say support from Nigerians. We celebrate our football stars. Hey, football. What do you feel like for people who are into athletics? Are you getting enough love from Nigerians if you were to judge?
I feel very sorry for athletes because we work so hard, sweat and blood, energy, time, sacrifice, our looks, personality, sometimes our academics and other professions that we studied, and work for the Lord. The pay is not much, your reward is in heaven. That kind of atmosphere. And the day you don't win, you hear, yeah, you didn't do it, you messed up, you did this, you did that. But you didn't put your bet where your money is. How dare you have the guts to talk? I mean, it's just funny how people do stuff like that, especially in Nigeria. I mean, if you go to SA's social media now, you discover that more foreigners than Nigerians. Why? Can't we just at least boost that part of our life? You can give her money, you could follow her on Instagram. You can give her money, you could do something for her. I mean, but all you want is victory. How it comes, you don't know. So you see, sometimes you just look back at your counterparts in other countries and you wonder. I mean, Essie today, with the ratings that she have, she's supposed to be one of the shining lights, maybe all the billboards in Nigeria, consistency over the years,
endorsement deals and all of those kind of things, right?
Yes, but how do you get them? These people don't see her. Are they saying they don't see her, or are they saying that she's not relevant?
They don't know that she's doing these things.
I mean, yeah, because I see them seeing different kind of people. But how come they're not saying this one thing that, we put the country first over anything? We spend so much time and money training in the United States. It's not easy. You know, we pay rent, we feed, we have got to get mobility, medical treatment, and all that stuff, you know. And then they don't give you all of that and expect you to. I mean, honestly speaking, she returned from the Olympics. I mean, the Olympics.
Reception.
No reception from anywhere.
Wow.
She's gone now to the World Indoor Championship, and she silver medal just last week. No reception. Open. 2019, she was in Doha, World Championship.
The World Athletics Championship.
Yeah.
Bronze.
Still no reward system, you know, and they want you to do well. How?
Are you kidding me?
How do they want you to do well?
I know that, for
So-
example, you know, the basketball stars overdose. The ladies also suffered the same thing where Nigerians complained they won African title 3 times in a row, and finally they came out with, I think, 25 million to say, okay, you people should take. But compare this to how much the football stars get, and we're getting heartbreak from the same football. So isn't it high time Nigeria and Nigerians expanded
I think
our
that's,
horizon
that has,
to other
that has,
sports too?
Sorry to cut you, Chuma, but that has always been the case with athletes who are individuals, tennis stars. What do you call it? Athletes, you know, those who are weightlifters, you know, they hardly get the support, and it's not from today. It's something that has
Over time, right? But things
over
have,
the
things have
time,
to
over
change
the
those.
years.
I want us to go to the phone line so
Yeah.
we can hear from a few listeners, so
Okay,
they can
but-
also
but before-
speak to
before-
us because we have a commercial break in 5 minutes.
Yeah, we do have. But quickly, I remember you placed 5th in Rio, talking about 2016. I know you were going there with high hopes. You wanted to win a medal, but what did that do to you? Like, I know when you aspire to win and you don't win, like, there's this feeling of, oh, I didn't get it. But was it like a springboard for you to come back better, or did you feel disappointed by your own high standards?
I wasn't disappointed,
Okay.
you know, because 2015 I was injured,
Oh.
to be honest, and I was
Okay.
supposed to go in for surgery. And 2016 I was pressured kind of, but you know, I was able to manage myself with the help of my coaches and also my spiritual parents. Why? Because you know, I was actually told that if I wasn't able to get to get the standard, that I won't be going for the games and I won't have my coach with me. So I actually got the distance. I made the standard at the trial, but then they were like I didn't actually make that jump. So I went to Rio with the mindset that I want to better my PB. I want to repeat the same thing just to prove to them that
It was not a fluke.
it wasn't a fluke. I knew I wasn't 100% ready, but I trusted God. And at the end of the day, the result was outstanding.
Nice one. Interesting. All right. So, Chuma, you definitely...
Yes, sir. I they look these things. So they shall say commercial, no come break in between too.
No.
But yeah, so we're going to come to you now. We'll read out some of your questions and comments. There was the Olympic bronze medalist. And by the way, say Brume has won multiple African titles in long jump. She's also gotten the bronze medal at the World Athletics Championships in 2019 in Doha, Qatar. She won bronze at the
Funny
Olympic
enough, there's
Games.
no adverts. So
Oh, fantastic
good.
stuff.
Yeah, we're good.
Um,
We're all clear.
Yeah, beautiful stuff. Yeah, shout out to everybody, really. Shout out to every doubting Thomas. We're finally famous. No one can blame us, right now. But yeah, she also, got the most recent successes coming in the Olympic Games. First Nigerian to win a medal at Tokyo 2020 that happened in 2021. And most recently, she's gone on to win silver for Nigeria at the World Indoor Athletics Championships. That was earlier this month. She's one of only 3 Nigerians to have won medals in each of the 3 biggest athletics events in the world: the Olympic Games, the World Championships, and the World Indoor Championships. So she's worthy of all the celebration. We have her live here in the studio of Nigeria Info,
we do,
and you can also speak to her too.
We
Let's
do.
just remind you of some of those glorious moments at the Olympics again.
That takes place in going back to 1991. Larry Powell and Carl Lewis fighting out with world records littering the pit, and I was here watching that long ago, and the stadium was absolutely alight that night. 895 by Mike Powell took that gold for the World Championships back in 91.
Well, I say Brume with the gold medal to defend. It's been so close between her and Brittany Reese. She's not managed to better that opening jump, and it was a red flag anyway.
She got 697, winning bronze for Nigeria at the Olympic Games. And I love the way the commentator calls your name and say Brume. You know, so 0700 993 993 993. That's the number you can dial to speak to the Olympic bronze medalist who's here, and her coaches too, the people who've been part of our success story.
The people who have shaped her.
Yes, so Coach Kayode, who again, he was like choir master in the camera in the
He was
Olympics.
telling her to
He was
clap.
telling her clap
Say,
for
"Amen,
his clap.
clap."
And then Coach Chima here, who's a senior coach of athletics in the country. They're all here. Tony in the mix. I have the privilege of, for this moment, co-hosting the show with my boss. He's the boss and the taxi overdose for this Thursday evening.
Stop it.
So yeah, the guys are calling in. The ladies are calling in
Yes,
too.
they are.
For our female callers, 01465 7190. That's the number for you for our female callers. This one, 01465 7190. You have something to say to the Nigerian Olympic bronze medalist? Feel free now.
Hello.
Hello, good evening, Overdose.
Hi, good evening.
My name is Yusuf.
Welcome. Where are you calling from?
I'm calling from Alagbado.
All right. Ese Brume, Coach K, and Coach Chima
You
are here.
are so fantastic.
Thank
You
you.
are one of the best listeners that can play, and you will win to the top. This is just the beginning. Like I always tell people, your future is just the beginning of the shining light of what you can become.
Amen.
If you realize what you've done in this country now, you'll be going places.
Amen.
Because I listen and I'm happy that you've gotten what you needed. Just don't feel that, okay, I didn't do much. You did times 2 of what you expected. Because there are people that have the opportunity that you don't have, but you're blessed with it. And look at you now. Fantastic. Put your head up high. And trust me, the starting point is just the beginning.
All right, Yusuf.
Amen.
God bless you.
God bless you
Amen.
too, Yusuf. Thanks for calling in. Hi.
Hello?
Good evening.
Yeah, good evening, Chuma. And Overdose.
Yeah.
I just want to encourage Brume.
What's your name? Where are you calling from?
Madoka from First Act.
All right. She's listening to you. Go ahead.
I mean, you're working with, she's working with professionals already, so and I'm not confident to give any technical advice. But what I want to say is, what you drink, what you eat, who you mix up with, to avoid anything that will destroy a record. I know you know what I mean.
Yeah.
I'm talking about doping. I'm talking about destroying all your
She
work.
understands what you mean, yeah.
She knows.
Yeah.
You're a good person.
You understand? So just do that, then your record stays intact. After that, then secondly, listen to what the people you are working with are telling you, so that by the time you retire, you'll be able to reproduce yourselves several times over. There are many talents wasting in the villages.
That's
Yeah,
why
thank
we're
you, sir.
here.
Nice one.
Yeah, keep
That's why
going,
we're
keep
here.
going.
Nice one, yeah.
Well,
Thank
look
All
out
right.
for them.
you.
Thank you so much.
Exactly, Coach
Just one more for
now.
one
For
more
now,
call.
yeah, for
Okay.
now, yeah.
Okay. Hello.
Hello, good evening, Overdose.
Yeah, good evening to you.
I'm Chimality.
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah, this is Victor from the wire.
All right, Victor, welcome.
I am very happy for the lady in the studio. My happiness goes to one thing I want to tell her, keep on appreciating your God. I am so happy when I hear people talk about God. And listen to what the coach say. He said she prayed, and every success in her, she attributed it to God. My day, you will go places.
Amen. Thank you.
My happiness is you don't hope on any man. Forget whatever happened in Nigeria. You don't need them to go higher. It is God you need to go to places, and He will take you there.
Amen.
I am happy for you, and you've not started yet.
Amen.
The God of my father, Bishop David Oyedekpo, will see you through.
Amen.
That's what I know.
Thank you.
Thank you,
And,
sir.
and I'm sure Overdose will just continue from there, because she decorated Bishop David Oyedekpo with her bronze medal when she returned from the Olympic Games. What's the story around Winners Chapel and Bishop David Oyedekpo in your life?
Our coach, my coach actually won me over to win a chapel. And each time they train us, they always train on in the platform of faith, tortoise, kingdom, stewardship, and also winning of souls. And these are what Bishop David Oyedepo teaches each and every one of us as winner member. And this is the platform we work on, and this has actually been working for us. And I'm not gonna stop to continue forever, because this is really working for me and for my team members. And
beautiful.
This guy will continue to be our starting point.
Yeah, it will. But again, when you look at athletics, there are a whole lot of people that athletes look up to. I know you had role models, going into long jump. Could you tell us, who were your role models? Who were those you looked up to say, I want to be like this person. I want to, actually compete with this person, or I want to actually adopt a style that just is similar to this person?
When I started, it's Blessing Okagbare, and it doesn't change. She's still my role model, and it will change. Yes.
Wow,
Blessing
interesting.
Okagbare.
So what was it like when you met her for the first time?
I'm like, oh my God.
Where was that? How did it happen?
That was in Calabar.
Okay.
2014, I think, or before that, 2013 or something.
The same year you saw me.
Okay,
first.
yeah. The National Athletics Championships in Calabar then.
Yeah, that was the last mobile.
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
Calabar.
It was 2014.
2014, yeah.
I was Jesus. There's this grand open. Let me go.
You went to meet her, or did she come to meet you?
I went to meet her.
Okay. And you're like,
Because as at 2008, she had already won bronze at the Olympics in Beijing, which was later raised, taken up to silver. So this was you meeting her 6 years after she had won bronze, as at that time, not knowing that you also go on and go to the Olympics and win a medal yourself too.
Interesting.
It's amazing. It's amazing.
Interesting. But again, you heard one of the callers talk about, keeping a clean record. What do you think the AFN can do to actually sensitize athletes and help them, because this thing called doping, it can actually go so bad, especially when you don't even know, especially looking at the fact that some of these athletes take what they take and they don't even know that it's actually banned or it's not what they should be taking. So what do you think the AFN should do, or the community world should do, especially in Nigeria? Let me stick to Nigeria, because I know that the sports ministry also has a role to play, and the AFN. What do you think are ways they can come out to say, okay, you know what, let's help these athletes, let's show them that we can create more awareness regarding what they should and should not be taking, so as to avoid being caught in that web?
Yeah, you just said it now, to create awareness for us athletes. Like, they're already working on that, I would say, because there was a certain time they actually invited me to a platform, a Zoom platform, where they told us about the updated,
rules or something.
Yeah, updated rules and all that.
Or list of banned substances.
Yes, yes. So they are actually working. They've started working on it, and I'm sure it will help. Yeah.
Okay. Interesting.
I think apparently she just said the sensitization is key, so these athletes can know. We'll go to your comments on WhatsApp and as well as Twitter too, at Nigeria.info.fm. These special guests of ours, if we had our way, we'll keep them for the entire show, but we know they have to rest.
They have to rest.
I know they've been traveling up and down the place, flying from one place to another in the last set of days. We have Olympic bronze medalist, a lady who's also won bronze for Nigeria at the World Athletics Championships, as well as silver at the World Indoor Athletics Championships only earlier this month. Is a Brume, multiple African champion, and also she won gold for us in the Commonwealth Games in 2014 in Glasgow, Scotland. So she's gotten multiple achievements for Nigeria. And the sad part for me is hearing that she has not been honored well enough by the Nigerian government.
That's quite sad
for all of these successes. Because,
honestly speaking,
unlike football, where, and I'm going to be honest here, Coach Kayode and Coach Chima and you who's here, Tony and all of my colleagues and everybody who's listening, athletics, as much as I understand, is a bit different from football, where a footballer is playing for a football club and every week he's getting £70,000 every week or £100,000. For these athletes, you go for the Diamond League event and you win and maybe you win $50,000. If you don't win, I'm sure you don't get that same amount of money. So money doesn't pour in for athletes in athletics. Coach Kayode, am I lying? As it pours in for these footballers. So your country also has to come through for you when you achieve successes for your country, right?
You're very correct. I mean, you've never been more correct because you have to have opportunity to go to the Diamond Leagues. So you see, the $50,000 you just talked about is not the real $50,000 in the sense that you have to win the finals of the Diamond League. So I do not think there are funds as big as that in athletics. You know, maybe big stars with big names and all that stuff get good appearance fees and all that, but prize money remain prize money. So if it starts from 20, 30, 10, 5, 8, as low as $500, even $400.
Wow.
So money don't come like that, honestly speaking. And most of the times you look forward at like when you represent your country and then you get a medal, at least you get some reward system or probably, you get some training grant and something like that, But I wouldn't say all that because a couple of people are trying to put things together and they're really working hard to see that they help right now, so with time we'll let the card out of the bag so that these people who have meaningful Nigeria, who have loved SA, and who have contributed immensely from the beginning. It's just that somewhere along the line they actually thought she was doing that well until they find out that it's not that easy for her. So they try to put one or two things together now. Hopefully it will come out soon and everybody's gonna know about it. So that's how it's been, and it's been really challenging.
I can only imagine, Coach. And I'm going to chip in something as those guests ready to read the WhatsApp comments. And to be honest, this is me now, my honest thoughts as a media person over the years. We've had our reservations, and I'm being honest with you here. Sometimes we try to reach athletes for interviews, and they are either too busy for you or are not available for these interviews. And average Nigerians complain that these athletes, because the Premier League, for example, in football, it's all over your face. So you cannot run away from the fact that these players are all over your face. So when you talk about endorsement deals, the big brands know that Anthony's face is all over the place already. So they want to go to Anthony, or as they do with Okocha, come and do this stuff for us because you're popular. Our athletes, for those, we don't even have too many athletes who have achieved the highest level, as they say, has done. And that's the honest truth. We have just a handful who have achieved as much as I say has done at the highest level in athletics. And then sometimes, we feel that, we need to be hearing all about, you need to beyond what you do abroad. Come to Nigeria, grant interviews, let Nigerians hear that name consistently, let them see the face. Look, I don't know what you make of it, but that's me thinking,
Shima,
honestly.
Let me tell you something.
Yes.
Let me not fault the media for this, but I'm faulting them.
Okay.
With a default. In the sense that the stories. There's no way you want to reach out to me now that you can't reach out to me and blow the whole thing up. But you don't blow it. I mean, I met journalists who literally tell me, if you do not do this or do that, we won't write about you. Come on, that's not going to work with someone like me, honestly speaking. I just look at you. You don't even know your job. Honestly, you don't know your job. See, the truth is, it will still come back to you as the media person. Your media is going to be big. It's going to be big. You're going to blow your own media up by doing this interview. I mean, we stepped into Cyprus 2019.
Okay.
And a whole one way to the airport was blocked because of us.
Amazing.
Celebration
like we don't appreciate
from
our own.
the airport to the Eastern Mediterranean University. We've never seen that kind of thing in our entire life before. The celebration was, they came to Doha. They flew to Doha to watch Essie. We finished from Doha. They flew back and organized this massive reception. When we came out from the aircraft, it was unbelievable. The multitude of people. The Eastern Mediterranean University in North Cyprus would never forget that moment in a hurry. And I'm telling you right now, anytime we decide to return back there, we might just get the same reception, because when she got a bronze medal at the Olympics, they were blowing it all over the place on TV in Cyprus.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? So these are medias that we don't know. You can't find anything on Wikipedia about me and the coaches training essay. Why? Because our medias don't blow it.
Right up, yeah.
You know, they don't do all of that. They just look for the footballers they know popular in Premiership and other leagues around the world, and then they firepower them and all that stuff like that. Well, for me, I think the media is a big problem. I won't hide that feeling.
Okay.
And I think they have a lot to do. Because today is essay. Don't tell me you won't have children tomorrow. You never know the path they will choose. And maybe at that time, essay will be a media person too.
Yeah.
And then
Yeah,
decide to say, no, I'm not going to do this for you. You know what I'm trying to say? It goes around, but it comes around as well. So we have to be smart in doing things rightly. You know, the media is not helping. Honestly speaking, they are not helping. And I wish they understand why they need to help. Because this is why we go for big outing competitions, Olympics and all that. You can hardly find a representative from Nigeria. That they come, we see them, but they are not effective.
All right. Adeze Michael, our colleague, is here, and it makes so much sense that she comes into as a lady, you know, and speaks to if it's a one-on-one, heart-to-heart kind of conversation.
Hand to hand.
But for those with your permission, I'll share this right up. So
Okay.
the USA, the United States of America, will pay $37,500 for each gold medal at an Olympic Games. That's what the USA gives their athletes. $22,500 per silver medal and $15,000 per bronze medal. And that money is on top of the grants and benefits like health insurance that are more widely available to Team US athletes. And we're going to be asking, do we have these kind of things available for Nigerian athletes?
Absolutely not. We don't have it. We should have it, but we don't have it. Especially that medical part. It's appalling, honestly speaking. I have to be honest for once.
So Essie, when you get injured, like you foot everything yourself.
Yes, I did.
Wow.
Whoa. All right, let's have Adeze on the microphone too. And then, of course, Adeze has comments for you on WhatsApp. I know that one is touchy. So you can come to this territory. There's still football stories to come, by the way, on the show tonight.
There is.
Fallout of Super Eagles and also Eguavoen.
Hi, Ese. Good to see you, actually.
Thank you.
When it looks like we're going to come back home empty-handed at the just concluded Olympics from nowhere, you alongside a blessing, a wrestler just, did us proud, and just made sure that all of our efforts and support, didn't just go down the drain. Good to see you. I've got just one simple question. In as much as you've got competitors when it comes to these big stages, what next for Ese Brume? How do you move from that bronze medal? Because every tournament we expect improvement, massive one. How do you move from that bronze medal to silver? Perhaps get us gold. Yes, you've got strong competitors. You've got ladies that know how to do this jump. What else? As in, what next for Ese Brume? Because from bronze, you're young. You've got age on your side. Nigerians will want to see you because you've been consistent.
Yeah,
we've seen situations where some of these athletes, they go to this tournament, they do well, sometimes they don't do well, but if you've enjoyed this ascendancy in your own way. So I think I want to know, what will it take for you to get that silver medal? Is it personal effort, massive support from the country you represent, or just what do you think? Your gut feeling? How do we push to get us a silver medal and a gold? Of course you can. If you can get a bronze, you can get silver and gold.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Talking about the Olympics now.
she's won
At least,
everything: gold, silver, bronze, but maybe the first two, not at the Olympics.
Yeah, Olympics for sure. Yeah.
So, in other words, now, what do you want Nigerians to do?
What should be done for you?
What should be done?
In this life?
So that we can clear the road and say, go and collect your silver or go and collect your gold. But on a more serious note, what do you think should be done for you to achieve that? Just like Adeze asked.
More support, and I'm already training, working hard with my coach. We're already working, together to see that I put up a better performance. So basically, what they know they've not done before. They already know.
They already know.
Yeah, you
They know,
already
they
know.
know,
I'm
they
doing
know.
my best already. My coach is working hard.
So
and
they
I'm
should do
working
their own
hard. They
best.
should do their own, and
Yeah.
also, back us up with prayer.
But what does it? How does it feel like every time you climb the podium and then you're giving your medal?
Oh Jesus!
Because I always see the smile on your face, like What was your best moment winning medals? I know you've won quite a number of them, but which one would you say was the one that it really touched you? Might go Delta winner, it touched you inside for your bone.
I won't lie. The Olympic won't touch me, but that Commonwealth and Jesus. After I lose the World Junior,
Okay.
Congo Commonwealth, won't get good. Jesus,
It touched
it
you.
sweet my heart.
Wow, interesting. So, of course, she's achieved quite a lot, especially at a young age, just like Ada said. But, Coach, is there anything you do differently when you train her, when you encourage her, when you guide her for these games? Is it anything special that you do for her to maintain the form and the performance that she puts up anytime she represents Nigeria? What do you do differently?
Okay, like charges don't attract, unlike charges attract. So you see, Koshima
Yeah.
is a warrior. He's my head coach.
Okay.
He's the lead coach that supervises all of us,
Okay.
and he's red hot. So
No wonder he has a touch of red.
Ox blood.
he's going,
He looks quite gentle. I mean,
yeah,
Not
but
on
he's terror. I'm glad he didn't join the military. So you see, he is going to tell me to remind Essie,
Yeah.
don't come home if you don't get the medal. After all this work we put on you, you won't come home with a medal. Don't come.
don't do that.
So remember that if you don't get the medal, don't come home. So I relate to her. You see, Koshima just sent me to you now. If you don't get the medal, please don't come home. But as nice, he could be very nice, like saying, don't give me a medal, just give me a personal best. Wherever that puts you, we are very okay.
There's
with
growth.
it. It means you improved. Then the second thing we do, which is the first actually, is that we anchor our faith on God's word. We have walked, because faith without work is dead. So we have walked, and we have the principle that if thou hearken to these, this will happen. If you hearken not, that will happen. Haven't done how to stand, you do what? You stand. So you get there and you open your heart, not your eyes. Your eyes are already open. See yourself. Create a vision of what you want to achieve today. Play the videos over and over again. And when you get on that runway, replicate that action. Whatever that gets you to is what you have for today. So if you don't like what you are getting, change the vision immediately.
Okay.
Reboot, restart yourself, get over there and get it done. So
Alright.
the famous words like, it is not over
Until it's over.
Come on.
And then she dropped the national and African record.
Amazing. Overdose has comments on WhatsApp to read, but I have one question for Coach Chima before moves on. And this one connects with everybody who's listening to this broadcast. It's beyond say Brume. Her growth, like Adeze said, has been consistent. I mean, you notice I've not said too much about your success in Africa because you've done so much at the world stage that it feels like Africa is a regular thing for you. So 2014, gold as an 18-year-old, gold at the Glasgow Olympic Games, Commonwealth Games, Commonwealth Games in 2014. You moved on to the Olympics in 2016, 2 years after, 5th in the Olympics, like Overdose said. You moved on from there to the 2019 World Athletics Championships, you won bronze. You moved on from there to Tokyo 2020 and 2021 Olympics, you won bronze. 2022 now March, World Indoor Athletics Championships, you won silver. I did check you for 2024 Olympics for Paris. Now go, can come. Okay, never mind. I trust you. So for Coach Chima, Coach, we need to find more SA Brumes For everybody who's listening now, who's wondering, I have a small child, a young kid who's 5 years, 6 years, 7 years. These athletes, I remember, again, I remember also watching you in Port Harcourt. I didn't add that part when you guys came around to practice in the facility there, the High Performance Center, of course, in the University of Port Harcourt and all that. So we have all of these platforms. I remember speaking also to Mary Onyali years back when I was still in Calabar, and she said she was picked when she was still at secondary school level. We have inter sports and all that. Coach Chima, today we're celebrating a 26-year-old who's won all of these things for Nigeria at the global stage. Please, how can we have multiple Brumes? Because we went to the Olympics last year. Now we're celebrating how, but we won only 2 medals. One was in wrestling, silver. One was Brumes bronze. For a Nigeria that's supposed to be giant of Africa, we're supposed to go to the Olympic Games and battle to be in the top 10 on the medal table, but we're not. How can we search for Brumes of the future? How can we get these stars? What are we not doing right, please?
I would say we have a lot of Brumes around.
Okay.
But, our society has a way of reasoning. In those days, a lot of people believe sports is for dropouts. But over time, people have failed to realize that, things have actually changed. Things have actually changed. People take sports as profession now and not as a hobby, as it used to be. Now, there are a lot of talents out there. And by the grace of God, we are doing our bit to ensure we get more of Brume. But there's need for parents to have a different mentality about what sports is all about. There are a lot of them out there in schools, but most times, the discouragement comes from the parents. Okay. They believe that, look, go and read your books. Being a sportsman does not stop you from reading your books. In fact, it makes you a better student. Because when you work hard as an athlete, you have more endurance to read your books and even do very well. In my secondary school, a student once complained that he's not doing well because he was into sports. And my principal called him and asked him a question. Who is the best in your class? And he mentioned the name. I said, what was his position? He was the best in the class. The so-called best in the class was also the best sportsman in the school. So what excuse do you have? So parents, that mentality has to change. That sportsmen are dropouts. In fact, we have more educated sportsmen, even on track and field. Because almost everybody you see on track and field, they either graduates or they are about graduating from the university or aspiring to graduate from the university later in future. So we need the support of parents.
Or are we focused too much on football? Are we saying parents are more crazy about wanting their children to be footballers than athletes? Do you think so?
That is part of it. That is part of it, but that is not all.
Okay.
That is just part of it, but it's not all. There's need for parents to encourage their. I've seen a professor walked up to me and told me that he doesn't want his son to do sports. That he wants him to go and write his WAEC. After WAEC, then but after then you don't see them anymore. But these are kids with talent that will go places. It won't stop them. Right there in the university community, we still have people who are professors' sons that ended up getting scholarship to study in the US on sports scholarships. And there are a lot of scholarships out there for students, for sportsmen. And of course, we are doing our bits. Like I will tell you today, we have about 8 of our kids out there in the United States studying in the various universities out there. So we need to encourage these people. Our parents need to come in and key in with us. Knowing fully well, and we need a structure. We need a structure. Now, when a so-called somebody who has done Nigeria proud comes out and nothing to show for it, it gives people this mindset
mindset
that look, there's nothing to gain from this.
Yeah.
So
as long as those in authority don't reckon with the
don't
person, why
reckon.
should I allow
Why
my
should
child
I
to do that?
this? But there's more to this. We must know that.
Hmm.
But Nigeria, on our part, we have to develop our own structures to help our own grow. Else today, we look at her competitors, you will see that she's just standing alone. Our competitors out there have their own structures. They don't have to bother about so many things. They don't bother about their medicals. They don't bother about their house rent or how to pay their bills. They will concentrate on how to compete and get the best. I know when you don't have the structure and you have to think about every other thing. Where will the medical bill come from? Where will the house rent come from? Where will
Feeding allowance come from?
feeding allowance, all that. So there is a lot for us to do. So that's where we need the individuals, not just the government. Individuals, companies, corporate bodies to come in and assist these athletes. Not just SA, there are a lot of them out there that if given little opportunity, they will also do as much as she's doing. So we need these people to come in.
All right, thank you. Well said, Kochima, right here on 99.3 Nigerian Info. I have a whole lot of comments on WhatsApp, and I'll just be reading them one after the other. Some interesting ones. This one says, good evening, guys in the studio. You're all doing well. Well done, Essie. Please, is this broadcast on Facebook or YouTube? I want to see Essie's face and her coaches. Please, her Twitter and her Instagram handle. She's a model to follow. K from Akute. Yes, we are live on Facebook, and you can go right there talking about.
Yeah, just search for Nigeria Info space 99.3, and say I beg your social media handles, Coach, because I already said it that they are not following you enough. So what's the handle?
It's Ese Brume, ESEBRUME. Ese Brume.
But again, before I go back, I noticed that you're huge on TikTok.
TikTok?
Yeah, like, okay, you do videos and then you're like, every time you always post videos of yourself. Maybe you are eating or you're listening to music.
I'm more active on Instagram.
Okay, more active. Okay. Maybe it was me thinking Instagram or TikTok like. Okay. Anyways,
I'm on TikTok too.
Yeah, but more active on Instagram.
Yes.
All right. So this one's from Robert. He says, I'm Robert Overdose. I know you have a rich knowledge, not only about football, but also sports. Please tell us the club Eguavoen as coach. Okay. Let's hear something about football. You have, he's talking about the fact he wants to talk football anyways. Chuma and Chidozie, as much as you guys evade from the truth, you journalists have a lot to do. A lot of you guys are really not good enough. You go to Europe and the Americas and see how sportsmen and women are celebrated. Take responsibility and do the right thing. Thank you so much. This one says, good evening, Overdose. Please help me ask Essie if she's single or married. Ebuka from Mushin. Essie, are you single?
Ebuka won't carry me go Mushin. Ebuka is single.
All right, say Ebuka, now you know.
No, you can try. You never know.
Just shoot your shot.
Just take your
like
shot,
they
bro.
say, yeah. This one says, okay, he's not. Okay, so we have another one. This one is saying, oh, okay, not related to
apparently
us.
you went too low.
Yeah, too low.
On that, yeah.
Okay. So, Babodu says, good evening, Overdose, Chuman the guest. I want to encourage her and also tell her, like one of the callers said, beware of what you drink, eat, and take in. Beware of dope and keep a clean record. The Almighty God will lead you right. Babodu from Edu in Ogun State. All right. So, we'll definitely have to go pay the bills. And when we come back, it's just a 5-minute break. I'll be hearing...
more like a wrap up and then move to
the wrap
football,
up,
right?
the rapping things.
Yeah, wolf like this, holiday chillings don't
Nigeria Info FM with Femi and the gang, and this is your number one dial for news, talk, and sports. And it's the sports that we are being engrossed with right now. We're actually doing it, and we have S.A. Brume. Of course, we can't keep her for long. I would have loved to keep her for long, honestly, because I'm enjoying every bit of this. But I just wanted to find out from you, S.A., on a day you have an event, what's the routine? What goes through your mind? You're having a long jump event, or you're having a Commonwealth event, or an African Games event, African Championship, World Indoors, World Outdoors. What goes through your mind on the day that you're going to jump? What's the routine?
Nothing special, really. Same thing. Just like, because I take care of my competition, like, like my training. Yeah, and every time we train, our coaches, they charge us. They speak the words and all that, just to charge us for that day, for the day. So what I do is I call my coaches and they charge me as well, and then I pray, and then I'm set to go praise God with my talent, which is what I know how to do.
You listen to music to calm your nerves, like?
Yes, but gospel music.
Okay.
So I just go out there, to enjoy myself. And
do you eat, or you tell yourself only after I don't win before I can chop?
Go chop. I need the energy.
But I know you also follow football. Or do you follow football?
Yeah.
Not to us. Okay, but
like
you
when you
support.
talk about this Ghana owner. I almost watch her. All those time.
But on the club level, do you support Man U, Chelsea, Liverpool? Which club?
I support
Warri Wolves.
Could be Warri Wolves.
Interesting. Wow. It's been fun having you, I must say, S.A. Brume, and of course, Coach K. I noticed that every time you will say, shout out to my Coach K, I love you. Like, he has assumed that role of a big daddy in your sporting life. Coach K, how does it feel when you hear say, I just want to thank you, Coach K? Like, I remember this last Olympics, she was like, God bless you, Coach K, you've been so wonderful, so good to my life, like butter on bread. I mean, how do you feel about
that? Serious troublemaker. You know what? You look at that and you see how far and how hard you've worked. And it's paying off. That's the only pay you get, Talking about that moment where you see that all the effort put together paid off. At the end of the day, you just have that ecstasy, that feeling of completion and satisfaction that you didn't do it for nothing. Because if you consider the sacrifice, I always believe that God put me here because I studied engineering, Chima studied political science.
Wow.
So we are not in any way into this for any kind of profit. It's just what we love to do. And we equipped ourselves for that. We studied for it as well. We got certification for it. It's not just jumping and trying something. No, we know what we are doing. So at the end of the day, when you see that all these things put together paid off, you get that real satisfaction. And more so, when you consider the handful of people that started with SA and consider where they are now, where she is right now. A loyalty, a consistency, trusting us, trusting the process, taking every one of our teachings, because it just doesn't come that way. See, two can't work together save they agree. So she's been listening to us. There's no one who has suffered most in her hands in training like Essie. Sometimes we forget her in training, we yell and she's confused. And we get rugged and real. Sometimes, you just spill out, forgive me, some abusive word. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Like that,
The heat of the moment.
Yeah, even up to this moment, she never want to grow above us. She's always respecting us, projecting us, and ensuring that we are the team. She doesn't change the winning side. That's our foremost quote. You know, she tell you we don't change the winning side. When the side wins, we continue to win, and like that. But today, I'm very thankful to God that even if we don't coach no more, we know we've done a lot. You know, putting all those resources together, and then the result paid off like this. I mean, she's won so much that we are very, very happy with what she's doing and with ourselves and what I mean everything that we do. And then what we look forward to right now is just for her to be having a nice time, getting records, you know, and
being rewarded financially. So that part is important.
Well,
I know.
hopefully that ring
after all the hard
comes.
work, so you have to
money
make money.
they come,
You have
money
to make
must
money
come.
too.
You
Hopefully
understand?
that ring, because if money comes, you will see more of SC Brume. We have them, but how do we take care of them? That's just the truth. We have them. We can pick them from different parts of the country and put them together. So we have them, but we need to take care of them. We need resources to take care of them. A lot of them, look, this last Noga game that just concluded, we had a lot of them winning medals. They are rising stars, you know. But we need to support. S is just one person out of many. You know, she also needs to give back to these people as well. This is where these people don't know. You know what I'm trying to say? Where she came from, she needs to give back.
True.
She's doing it at the capacity that she's operating right now. So
But she needs more.
Yes, huge support.
Huge.
That's what we need. Yes.
But Essie, all this training, still they make it a shop banga no wosu.
You know everything.
I don't knock there sometimes.
So,
All right.
oh, interesting.
Football people will chew us if we don't touch on
I'm
that thing.
telling
So
you,
we just have to let it say rest and
Okay.
Thanks, special thanks. Actually, I will focus on her coaches, but those you can focus on. They say Coach Chima Oswago, thank you so much. He's senior coach of athletics in the country, Nigeria, and we're proud of what you guys have been putting together for us, and we hope it can only keep getting better. Thank you for coming through tonight.
Okay, so
thanks for your honest response to my question then. And Coach Kayode, thank you so much, Kayode. I don't want to call that last name, so I'll not kill it. Coach Yaya Kayode, make I leave him so.
It's okay.
Novak Djokovic, null.
It's fine.
No. Don't worry. Thank you, the direct coach to SA Brume. Thank you for all you have done, and we pray that you find more essays. So we journalists can write essays on your behalf, praising you for your achievements.
These rhymes.
All right, so someone says, what's the name of your school and what are you currently studying? That's Stephen John.
I graduated already. I graduated from Eastern Mediterranean University.
Wow.
Yeah.
So
and
Stephen,
I graduated with honors.
Oh no,
Nice one.
So you're killing it in academics and of course the track.
That's the stuff we're made of. Academics and performance.
Yeah, exactly. Well, I want to say big thank you to you. I say Brume, MON. I checked her profile. I saw MON. The EY is coming.
We need to add that EY.
The EY is coming. It's coming. Well, it's been nice having you as a Brume, a long jumper of Nigeria, and of course a lady who's won so many titles, with even more coming. Like she said to Chuma, 2022 never finished. I'm coming with a bang. But I want to say thank you, and just don't stop doing what you're doing. I mean, we love you. We appreciate all that you do for us. And when I say us, I'm talking about Nigerians now. How you project us light, how you keep, breaking records, blazing the trail, and just keep shouting, come on! We love it. We love it. And we can only say thank you. And we hope to talk to you again sometime soon. Thank you so much. Coach K.
Yes, man.
Thank you so much.
Thank you so much for having us.
Yeah. All right, so it's all about action right here on 993 Nigerian Football. We'll go on the short break. When we return, we'll be switching to football. Stay here.
Femi and the gang in partnership.